you might be wondering how I wound up in this predicament. I just want to say thank you for tuning in. This is going to be the 2 strangest wins I have in Rumbleverse thus far. So I'll give you some context on this momentarily, and I promise you that it goes better than it looks. So the match starts out like any other match, like pretty run-of-the-mill. I hadn't really encountered too much. I had no KOs before this. It was just scrapping, which is why I'm at like 2 perks, but it's like leaping, whatever else. I'm pretty sure that was a mash on my part. I have this real bad habit when I'm trying to do wake up dodge aerials. I end up pushing circle and R2 and L2. It's really brutal. I don't know. My R2 is also kind of janky, and so is my X button. It's so ghetto. Everything I have in my setup and operation is so ghetto. I'm playing on a PS4. So alright, so I'm running along this highway, dude shows up, messes with me after eating my chicken. It's kind of bad news, but whatever, shit happens, life goes on. We're getting into the fight, I start putting him to work, I throw him off the edge, we're having a great time. He lands somewhere where I think I'm going to hit him, he hits the block, and now I am stuck. I have been banished to the Shadow Realm, okay? I have been banished to the Shadow Realm. I have no means of escaping. How can I escape this place? There's nothing I can do here. So I'm right on the edge of the barrier, and my mind starts to wander, and I get concerned because it's just like I've got 42 seconds to figure my shit out, right? Like if I don't solve this problem, if I don't solve this dilemma, bad things are going to happen. And there's the guy as well, kind of just like, well, I can't find my target. I don't know where he went, so I guess I don't have to worry about it. But man, that did not go my way. That did not go the way I wanted it to. So there I am, trapped in this weird mix of, I guess, wedged between the back tailpipe of some sort of car and the interior of this truck. And I think I'm screwed. I think obviously I'm going to have to leave or disconnect, because either that or the barrier is going to pass me by and kill me. And then I guess what happens is, because my character has not technically hit the ground, the game is doing that thing that sometimes happens when you're stunned or when you're airborne, where the timer doesn't quite kick in. So you'll notice that I have this 10-second timer right below my map in the top right-hand corner of the screen, and it never goes below 10, meaning I can't be timed out. So it occurs to me that if the map, no matter how small it gets, doesn't time me out, then I don't have to do anything. I just have to wait until it gets down to the last 1 or 2 people, and then inevitably one of 2 things will happen. If this is like most battle royales, the circle will close out entirely, forcing that last person to in fact die or ring out before me, or they'll get bored and impatient thinking it's bugged and that they won't get their win and they'll leave the game. Either way, I was forced to wait just under 26 minutes to find out if this would work. And now you can too. I don't know if I would follow this, I don't know if I would put this under cheating. It certainly wasn't intentional on my part. This is more like a bug that prevented me from enjoying my experience, was able to be turned into a war of attrition that worked in my favor. But I definitely hope this doesn't happen to anybody else, but I did think this was pretty funny. So I have to say, I've really been enjoying Rumbleverse lately. I often struggle with this in gaming. There's this adage my buddy hit me with, which is, if it's not fun, don't play it. And I play a lot of games, and I tend to either burn them out, or I get burnt out on them, or they lose that spark, or I grind them into the dirt. But Rumbleverse is still keeping that charm. There's just something about the impromptu brawler, the insanity of it, the weapons, just the craziness of it. I don't know. I haven't even messed with co-op yet, because I don't really have anyone to play with. My second strangest victory actually occurred after a pretty standard battle royale game. It had come down to the final 4, and we were atop these trees, and I couldn't help but appreciate sort of how cinematic it was that we'd come down to just the last sort of 3 of us. So you have this jacked guy looking like the meanest, baddest dude. You've got this chick with the blonde afro in the middle, and then you've got me, the sort of gold-spangled luchador. And it just, I don't know, this just looks like a final boss moment. And then just like dominoes, it kicks off like you wouldn't believe. Buddy hops up, dodges that hand slap, and then boom, gets kicked right off the edge. Dude wants to push his luck, goes for Blondie, totally regrets it as he eats the big stunner off the hill. And this is where things get strange. So I throw the wave up. There's this moment of could have gone aggression or interference, but I kind of want to be honorable and friendly. And so I got these chickens, I got my super mode, I'm feeling good, so I go to throw her a chicken as she puts a chicken down for me. And we have this surreal moment, this surreal exchange where it's we're kind of trying to be heal up, let's do this, let's get into a real battle, let's get into a real phase. And it's I I was trying to explain this to my roommate earlier, where it's like players have this need to be defined by their own style, their own sense of self. Like, they don't have to follow any rules or any expectations. Like, imagine surviving through 39 other players just to get to the finale and then basically be like, no, dude, I like your style so much, I'm going to let you have the win. I don't even know who that player was. I can't even go back. It doesn't even say, because the last 2 eliminations that she had were in the water. I'll have to go back even further to look further, but I almost don't even want to know. It's more mysterious, like 2 samurai. I don't know. I fucking love it. I think it's fucking great. So these are just 2 strange wins that stand out. There are some other fun ones that I've got. I'm going to probably still include these in the montage, but I'm not going to give them the context like I did right here. So thank you for tuning in. If you haven't checked it out, check out Rumbleverse. It's on the Epic Store. I don't have a creator code yet. If I get one, I'd love to post it. I'd love for you to help me, because I will not be able to ever rationalize spending money on outfits, which is why my character currently looks like a Ninja Turtle reject. But man, this game is so fun. There's just nothing quite so satisfying as hitting a dude with a chair or 2x4 and then pile driving him off a rooftop. Like, it's so goddamn good. I love it so much. Check it out. It's a blast. You're gonna dig it.
Elimination! But now you must chase your next one. What an entertaining cycle we're all trapped in.